Good morning. I haven't tackled fear in a little while, and fear is something that comes up so many times in life that we need a system for dealing with it. If we don't have a system for dealing with it, we won't deal with it. And if we don't deal with it, we won't get the results we want in life. So, really quickly, how do we work with fear? Most people's opinions on working with fear is just do it. That's Nike, right? Just do it. Just get it done. That's what we heard from our parents. That's what we heard from our teachers. That's what we've heard from everyone around us. Is the push to do something. Now, the push is good, but wouldn't it be better if there was a really heavy weight and you weren't only pushing it, but you were pulling it? Think about things that you've pulled. You can lift far more weight if you pull something than if you push it, right? And I want to give you a method today. I want to emphasize a method today where it's all about the pulling rather than the pushing. Now pushing would be something like using fear to motivate you, or using anger to motivate you, or using a crisis to motivate you. That's the push that you need in the moment to get something done. But again, usually pushing only works if you've really built up a lot of momentum there, and it's awful to experience a lot of the time. Pulling is fantastic. This is the way we pull ourselves psychologically, mentally, to get things done. Now, it's a slower process. Know that it's not going to have the big bang. If I gave you crisis right now in your life, if I said your partner's leaving you, or you're going to be bankrupt in 3 weeks, I'm willing to bet that would be a strong push for you. But again, it's super uncomfortable, and it lasts a very short time. But if I was to say that to you every week or every month, it would start to lose its intensity. It would start to lose its luster, and you would stop believing that it has a lot of strength. So the way to pull yourself, pushing works really quick in the beginning, but it doesn't end up working long term. Threats don't work forever. On the other hand, pulling takes a little while to get growing. It takes a little while to build momentum. But when you've got it, it takes a really long time to lose momentum as well. When you've got this momentum for pulling yourself, it works incredibly well with fear. I'm scared of a lot of things. I've been afraid of a lot of things in my life. A lot of people see me as somebody who doesn't have fear. It's not that I don't have fear. It's that I've changed my understanding of fear, and I've changed my relationship with fear. So I try things all the time. I'm actually in the middle of a 5-day fast right now. It's the first time I'm doing a 5-day fast because somebody said it was good for me, and I went, you know what? That kind of scares me to not eat for 5 days. I love food, but I've got a relationship with fear right now where I see the benefits of pushing through something, the long-term benefits, so I'm willing to do it. And that's not a problem for me anymore. But not because I'm pushing myself, because I've worked to pull myself. So how do you pull yourself? Let's make this practical. Mark, make this practical. The way you pull yourself is by visualizing what you want and making a connection to what you want in the future, to your plan in the near term, to what you need to do today. And if you do all of those things, I've just explained a lot. If you do all of those things, you will be able to pull yourself through almost anything. And you look at people who don't work for fear. They work because there's desire to push for more. That's amazing to watch people do that because they achieve far more in life. Think about people like Elon Musk or whoever that is motivated by a greater dream in life. And so they do amazing things, far more than most of us are doing. But it's not because of the push, it's because of the pull. So I mentioned a bunch of things here. I'm going to break them down a little bit, and then I'm going to leave you to your own. There's so much more that I could explain about this, but I'd encourage you to reach out to me if you want more information, okay? So the first thing is to visualize. How do you visualize? What is visualization? Well, visualization is having a picture in your mind. If you do it with repetition, so you do it on a consistent basis every morning and every evening, at least every morning and every evening, then you do it, make it full of vivid detail. So don't simply picture yourself like lots of money coming in or whatever it is, okay? Picture yourself in a specific chair. Notice the grain of the wood on the chair. Notice the smells in the room. Engage all of your senses. Make it vivid. Notice details around you. When you do this, your brain has a hard time telling what is true and what is false. The more vivid you make it, the more true it is for your brain. Period. This works same with fear, right? When we're scared of something, often we visualize all the wrong things with it in vivid detail of everything that's going to happen. So do that in the positive side. So repetition, secondly, vivid detail, and thirdly, add emotion. Add emotion. If you need to change fear, if you need to get over fear, then tie different emotions to what you're doing. Excitement, gratitude, joy, peace, contentment. Those are emotions that are going to pull you rather than push you, okay? So first of all, come up with a good visualization routine. Secondly, that's a far distant goal, okay? That needs to be, I would suggest, at least a year out. You can do this with things in the next few weeks, in the next few minutes. Visualization works with anything. But to really pull yourself through fear of things that are holding you back in business and life, what I'd suggest is go a little further out. So at least a year or two, okay? So you got that visualization, it's focused in a year or two. Now you want to backtrack, reverse engineer it a little bit, and ask yourself, what is the plan that I need to accomplish in the next year? In the next 6 months, what could I do so I accomplish my yearly goals? In the next month, what could I do to accomplish my 6-month goal? In the next week, what could I accomplish? What you're doing is you're drawing a straight line, a really clear connection between what you want in the future and that joy with what you could do today. A straight line. If you don't connect all the dots in between, if you're not, I say straight line and then I keep waving my finger, right? If you're not connecting all those dots in between, and you don't see how the 6 month fits in with the year, and the 1 month fits in with 6 months, and the 1 week fits in with the 1 month, and the one today fits in with the 1 week, what will happen is your mind becomes confused, and a confused mind goes back to old patterns. So come up with a specific plan in different areas, review that plan over and over and over again. Remind your brain over and over and over about this plan and how it's going to get you from A to B. It's going to get you from where you are now to those great feelings that you've been exploring through your visualizations. And the other thing it does when you reverse engineer is it makes something that's really scary and big small. So instead of earning $1 million a year, all you need is a few $1,000s today. Well, a few $1,000s today. Most people, if they've got a decent business idea, they can figure out how to make $3,000 or a few $1,000s today. And if you can do that, if you can do it one day, you can do it in many days. And if you can do it many days and you build up a consistent track record, you can now do it for the year. So you can take something really big and make it really small. I got this from Bob Proctor, who talks about this all the time, but it's a brilliant idea. Again, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And when you focus on the bite, that's not a big deal. When you focus on the elephant, it's crazy. And fear comes back. So today, this is already going too long. Today, what I want you to work on is how are you going to pull yourself to your goals? Start to work on a visualization today. Think about the details. Bring in emotion. Visualize it in vivid detail. And simply practice that in the morning and the evening. Do that for the next 60 days. Every morning, every evening, start visualizing. This is what will start to happen. You will start to see that I am more motivated to do things. I'm more motivated to do things that I found hard before, that I was scared of before. And that's brilliant. When you can do that, you're a lot of the way there. You haven't accomplished everything yet, but you're a lot of the way there because you're doing it on a consistent basis. You're taking consistent action. And that's the key. Remember, you've got this.